My name is Janet Brown. I'm a farmer. Our farm is All Star Organics. It started at our home in Lagunitas in 1994. We had just short of 2 acres, and we went in with all heirloom tomatoes on the first planting. Had never planted heirloom tomatoes before, never grown any, never seen any, never tasted any. It sounded like a good idea. So we started with just a monocrop and to see if we could do that. And then the next year we said, well, maybe we could put some basil with those tomatoes. We even went to farming our next door neighbor's front yard of about 1 acre, more tomatoes there, up the road a little. And then at one point about 12 years ago, we leased 10 acres in Nicasio at the LaFranchi Dairy Ranch. At one point I had put in a block of antique roses at our place, maybe a 1/4 acre, 1/2 acre of roses. And I'd never grown roses before, and I just wanted actually a rose garden. And then when they were coming in, they were just so gorgeous, and I thought, well, maybe I'll make bouquets. But making bouquets didn't turn out to be what I liked to do. So I was just giving them away to a prayer group that went into a hospital and would pray for people. I said, well, you can give them some flowers too. So we worked that out. Then a friend said, you know what you could do with those roses? You could cook them. You could distill them. You could make rose water. No one's doing that. We built a still at our place and started making rose water. And I think if you have a still, pretty soon you say, well, what else could I put in there? And we started looking at all the different things that we grew on the farm and distilling rosemary and lemon verbena. And then we actually started planting things with the express idea of distilling them later. And so eventually we had a little line of aerosol misters of hydrosol and some essential oils. And then a little after that, farm market manager said to me, there's a farm that's pulling out of this market, and they're taking some things with them that I really like. And he pointed to the hydrosols. He says, you kind of fool around like that. Why don't you try and make these things? It was rosemary salt. So I went home that day going, how do you make rosemary? I have rosemary, I have salt, and just trying and trying in my kitchen to come up with something. And so we came up with a rosemary salt, and then we grew lavender, so lavender salt. Right in the middle of that, because this happens when this is how things happen, we got a call from a producer at the Today Show who had been to our booth at Ferry Plaza Farmers Market and picked up our rosemary salt. And she said, I really like this product. We're going to put together some products we pitch on a Christmas show. We'd like to pitch your products. And I thought, oh boy, she doesn't know how tiny I am. She doesn't know who she's talking about. I am going to say yes. And then it turned out to be a lot of orders in 24 hours. A lot of orders all of a sudden. And we kind of jokingly say it's not the 7 days a week that gets you, it's the 7 nights. We went from those first products, now we have a line of almost 20 herbal salts, herbal sugars, and dried herbs in that line. And then we've expanded the hydrosols, 8 hydrosols and 5 essential oils. But you know, it gave us an identity. It really did help cement who All Star Organics was. It gave us some brand identity. So that income that happens year-round, the farm has lots and lots of stuff in the summer and in the fall, less in the winter, and that's right when it's gift time. And it just fills in a space and holds us up through the darker months in a way that we couldn't have anticipated. But it helps us stay in the market, and that's a really significant thing for the farm.